LNG plant blast cripples U.S. gas exports. An explosion and fire have damaged one of the major U.S. plants producing liquefied natural gas, LNG, for export. The Texas Gulf Coast facility has been forced to shut down as a result of the event, which is expected to have an impact on European and Asian markets. Freeport LNG's liquefaction facility is currently shut down and will stay shut down for a minimum of 3 weeks as a result of today's incident, the business said on Wednesday night, without providing any specifics. The firm acknowledged an event at its factory in Quintana, some 70 miles, 112 kilometers, south of Houston, earlier in the day, but said no employees were wounded and there was no risk to the neighborhood. The source of the fire and the extent of the damage are still unknown. Aerial footage recorded by local TV broadcasters showed firefighters reaching the site after witnesses reported a loud blast and a massive blaze in the region. However, there were no signs of open flames. About 2 billion cubic feet of natural gas are supercooled and liquefied every day at the Freeport complex, accounting for roughly 20% of the U.S. export capacity. According to the Energy Information Administration, total American LNG exports in 2021 were roughly 9.75 billion cubic feet per day, with a record total of 100 billion cubic meters. While natural gas prices in the United States fell by more than 6% on Wednesday, the incident is expected to raise costs and have worldwide consequences. Europe, in particular, is already experiencing a huge energy crisis as a result of supply chain disruptions following the pandemic, as well as an unprecedented Western sanctions campaign against Russia. Despite all efforts to terminate relations, Russia continues to supply the EU with over 40% of its total natural gas imports, largely via pipelines, with around 155 million cubic meters purchased in 2021. Last year, U.S. shipments to the EU were just over 22 billion cubic meters. President Joe Biden is said to have committed to raising LNG deliveries to Europe by 15 billion cubic meters by 2022, but other analysts argue that the U.S. is now at maximum capacity and that any additional gas sales to Europe would have to be diverted from other exports. Thanks for watching. Please consider subscribing to the channel.